Alright everybody, good afternoon. I'm Vice Forecaster, USA Forecaster JD Rapp with you this afternoon. And I'm taping this at 12:18 on a Monday afternoon. Storm Prediction Center has been tracking this line of showers, thunderstorms. We already had one storm complex that pushed through this morning. If you saw me on 4 a.m. this morning, we tracked one complex. Now we could get another one to form, maybe up here again, in parts of the Sodas area, and parts of Louisiana and Texas, where there is a chance. But we could see some storms later this afternoon again. I just checked this tornado threat has gone up a little bit. We bumped that up to a 5 because we could see a couple tornadoes with this MCS. That's what people are saying. I think we could see MCS. That's why we are a little concerned up the tornado threat kind of going up a little bit. Damage and winds about 15%. In hail, it's pretty high too a little bit. So we could see some outflow boundaries that lead to cool pools. That's when you get that all the time. And here's Tuesdays. We're not even done. We have another complex that's going to form just right in the same area tomorrow, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted another area for severe weather once again tomorrow. Now that mostly covers up here towards the, let's see, we got the Dixon, the Dickerson up here toward Dakota's area, North Dakota. I mean, this is up here more, so we would have to watch that. I mean, tornado threat tomorrow is about 5%. It's up in the Wilson area up here again. It's just about not many people in this, but damage and wind, and there's a hatched area for very large hail that could really be more. Once you see the hatch, that means significant, maybe over 2 inches. So we would have to watch that again. Like we had reports of golf balls size hail this morning with that first complex. So that is what we have for Tuesday. Wednesday it goes down just to, this wasn't a significant threat, but we kind of bumped it down a little bit. That threat is very low on day 3. Now the day 4 outlook, this is what they put out. And Thursday we have to watch. There's some uncertainty, but here's day 4. We do have a 15% area right here that mostly covers up here towards the Minnesota area to the NDC area up here. We will have to watch this. This is something we would probably get some information on tomorrow. That's why we would have to watch that. You know, once we see that. Because that's been put out the last couple days. So, right now, we'll look at one model. We'll look at the HRRR. This is only a quick update here before we get active today. Let's take a look at some models here that we'll clip into this. And you can see, we'll put in about 1 o'clock. We're starting to see by another hour, storms are starting to develop. Those could be your supercells that can form, and these could be, you know, like your tornadoes and stuff like that. We would have to watch that. It's because when you get a tornado threat like this, then we would have to go into a situation, you know, this little bowing. Anytime you get the bowing, I tell people, that's indicated of some very strong to damaging straight line winds anytime you get bowing. Let's switch back. Just give me a second here, folks. We'll get back where we're at. And you can see, too, you know, that little MCS, or the VT, that's just the same thing. MCS is going to produce more wind damage, maybe a spin-up tornado, too. We would have to watch that. Then you got some second supercells are forming about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Look at this. Gosh. You can see this whole line of supercells continuing. This is going to be more of a tornadic threat. Then it continued 5, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Then see, these are scattered. When they scattered and separate from each other, that's where we could have a tornado threat sometimes. But this line will just continue to grow in Arkansas at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. There's a couple more other supercells are forming. And there's even a few more out here. But we'll have to see if that develops. Because I think what's going to happen, that will probably zap all the energy for the next one. We'll see later on what that shows. But, alright. We'll check significant tornado parameters. This is if we can see a tornado or not to inform. Just give me a second here. Sorry about the noise in the background a little bit. Just give me a second. This computer can be slow at times. So let me... Alright. Alright, let me try this the tornado and green nets again. And certainly I can't, we might have to use a different model, but anyway, it will take just a few seconds, so alright, and you can see, let me back out because I got us zoomed in so much here. There. Now we'll try to... Alright, now we at 1 o'clock. See, you see the yellow colors. That's still, anything over 1 still significant. So we still could see isolated tornado later this afternoon. 2, 3, 4 p.m. You see these orange spots, and you can still see there could be a couple tornadoes at 4. 5 p.m. You can see there could be some significant tornadoes. I mean, we're not going to see no EF3 or EF4, but you see there is some ingredients there between 7 and 8, and you can see it increases by 9. And through midnight, even past midnight, there's a little bit in Louisiana, so we would have to watch that. Supercell composite, this is what dropped your tornadoes, and there's a bunch today at 1 o'clock, half of the time, and you can see it's there. So here we are at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and yeah, it's there. We got it there today. So we got everything. So yeah, definitely there's storms, definitely there's stuff there to get everything going. You know, it doesn't take much units. See, we're already using about 7 or 8. So definitely there's things to get things going today. So storms could get going quickly because we got the supercell composite there. There is a chance of tornadoes. I mean, everything's in place. So we would have, everything is in there for the battery to get things going. So yeah. And it even increases by 9 p.m. We still got red colors. So you can see everything's still there. And look at the NAM. This is one of the models that we take looks at. Me and Ian and Jonathan and Isaac look at the American model. It's a good one to look at. Every one of them has a time to look at it. But you can see back out here, start at 3 o'clock, you're starting to see a couple showers and storms developing. And let's just take a look at a few soundings. This is how I know if things are there or not. They send balloons in the air just to get atmosphere samples a lot. And I'm going to see what they got today. So just give me a second, folks. Alright, and you can see there is plenty of energy. You got plenty of shear to get some tornadoes going, and you got plenty of cape to still get stuff going too. So yeah, there's definitely stuff to get in there to get the battery going today. There's still chances of these storms getting things going, and you can see by noon today, noon Tuesday, I'm still concerned with some strong stuff in Arkansas. There is a moderate risk of flooding down there, so that's one of my biggest concerns. There's still a bunch of stuff in the battery to get stuff going tomorrow too. So that's going to continue into Tuesday. I think our atmosphere will be kind of quiet. I can't roll out a thunderstorm for Illinois either. I mean, something popping up in the summer, you can't always say never, but I think our atmosphere would be kind of stabilized where we not want to get it. Can't say never in the summer, but I think worst of it will stay in Arkansas. But, you know, isolated storm could pop up when we see 70. I think once we get past next week, in Illinois, we could dry out a little bit. But there's a few storms we'll have to watch when we get into Wednesday, a couple days out. We'll take a look here at significant tornado parameters. And this is just what the North American shows. It can always show bigger stuff, but you can see there's some significant tornado parameters, and we even got some in Arkansas for tomorrow. So yeah, we'll have to watch that. And Wednesday's giving me a little concern. I mean, the greenets are very low. I'm not going to say we'll see a tornado warning or anything, but so we will keep you updated on things. Right now, I'm just going to go back to the SPC Storm Prediction Center and see what they have in place. They got flash flood watches in parts of Arkansas for flooding. No watches out. They had something, a mesoscale discussion earlier about stuff. But this is why we're coming on, is because let you know that there could be a threat of severe weather even tonight and even tomorrow. We'll see what the outlooks show. We'll continue to keep you updated, and we'll break in as we need to. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you.